Today I'm going to share with you a company whose stock price is around $6, yet according to Yahoo Finance charts it has surged 730% in the past year, and together with other factors its overall one-year growth is close to 1000%. At the same time, this isn't the first company I've shared with you. For example, in more than 50 videos I analyzed and introduced many early-stage companies like AMPX, Rigetti, Wolf, and Hive, and most of them have brought us hundreds of percent in gains since those days. If you don't believe it, go to my channel and watch those videos one by one so you can also benefit from these opportunities, because most of these companies are still in their early stages. So let's begin. Ondas Holdings is a California-based company specializing in emerging autonomous systems and private wireless network technologies. The company operates through two main segments, Ondas Networks and Ondas Autonomous Systems. Ondas Networks develops the FullMax platform, which delivers secure, high-performance private LTE and 5G networks for the railway, energy, oil and gas, and other critical infrastructure sectors. Ondas Autonomous Systems, on the other hand, focuses on commercial and defense-oriented autonomous drone and ground platforms. Some of the most well-known products in this segment include the Iron Drone Raider, the Optimus system and the Apiro Motion platforms. Founded in 2016, Ondas Holdings has a team of professionals with many years of experience in communications technologies, the defense industry and investment fields. The company is becoming increasingly important both in the digital transformation of critical infrastructure and in modern defense and security solutions. Ondas Holdings has recently shown extremely rapid financial growth, especially from the second half of 2025. In the third quarter of 2025, the company's revenue reached $10.1 million, which is a 582% increase compared to the same period in 2024. In the second quarter, revenue was $6.3 million, representing 555% year-over-year growth. As a result, total revenue for the first 9 months of 2025 exceeded $21 million. The company aims to achieve at least $36 million in revenue by year-end, and this figure is significantly higher than the previous forecast of $25 million. For 2026, the target is a minimum of $110 million. The main reason behind this growth is the strong order flow and accumulated backlog. By the end of the third quarter of 2025, Ondas consolidated backlog reached $23.3 million, which is twice as much as at the beginning of the year. With the acquisitions of Centrix, Apiro Motion and 4M Defense, the company expects its 2026 backlog to exceed $40 million. There is also significant improvement in profit margins. In the second quarter of 2025, gross profit reached $3.3 million and the margin rose to 53%, whereas in the same period of 2024 this metric was -20%. This improvement was achieved thanks to revenue growth and more efficient expense allocation. However, the company is still operating at a net loss, with a third-quarter net loss of $7.5 million. In the third quarter of 2024, the net loss was $9.5 million. While rising revenues partially offset financial costs and some investment losses, the operational structure is steadily improving, and a transition to net profitability is expected in the future. On the other hand, the balance sheet is also very strong. At the end of the third quarter of 2025, cash and equivalents totaled $433.4 million. Considering the $407 million raised through bond and credit issuance in October, the pro forma cash balance reaches $840.4 million. This is a dramatic increase compared to $30 million at the end of 2024. Shareholder equity has similarly surged, from $16.6 million at the end of 2024 to $487.2 million by the end of 2025. Most of this increase is related to new stock issuances and debt-to-equity conversions. As a result, Ondas Holdings holds a very strong position in terms of revenue, backlog, and balance sheet, and has significant financial capacity for future expansion. Ondas Holdings has taken several strategic steps to expand its technologies and strengthen its market position. One of the most notable collaborations is its partnership with Norway's Rift Dynamics. Ondas American Robotics Division has become the exclusive U.S. distributor of WASP, an inexpensive, small-sized drone platform, and has placed an initial order of 500 units. Production is carried out jointly in Norway with Kitron, and the monthly production capacity is planned to increase up to 20,000 units. This project mainly aims to meet meet the U.S. Department of Defense's demand for mass-produced, low-cost drones. Ondas also holds an investment stake in Rift Dynamics and benefits from rising demand in this sector. There are also advancements in the railway and energy sectors. The American Association of Railroads has officially adopted Ondas Network's new IEEE 802.16t technology as a standard. This means the Ondas network will become one of the core future standards for rail transportation. The company has also partnered with Detroit Manufacturing Systems to ensure local production of network equipment in the United States. Additionally, Ondas is rapidly diversifying its portfolio. Together with Safe Pro Group, where it holds equity, the company is working on computer vision and artificial intelligence technologies. Recent acquisitions: APO, an optical component manufacturer, for Defense, a producer of mine-clearing robots, Centrix, a counter-drone detection systems provider, and several others, have transformed Ondas into a fully integrated, multi-domain autonomous systems provider across air, land, and sea platforms. These strategic steps position the company as a leader in both critical infrastructure and defense security sectors. The board and leadership team of Ondas Holdings also consist of highly experienced professionals in their fields. The chairman, CEO, and president of the company is Eric Brock. Leading Ondas since 2018, Brock has extensive experience in investment banking and fund management. He also serves as chairman on the boards of American Robotics and Aerobotics. The chief financial officer role has been held by Neil Laird since June 2024. Laird has financial leadership experience at several high-tech companies, is a certified accountant in the United Kingdom, and specializes in joint ventures, financial operations, and SEC reporting. The leaders of the technical and operational divisions are also quite strong. Marcus Nodelman, CEO of Ondas Networks, oversees the development of the FullMax platform for the railway sector. Vice President of Operations and Technology, Guy Simpson, stands out with his long experience in telecommunications. The Autonomous Systems division is led by two co-founder CEOs, Oshri Lugacy and Meir Kleiner. Oshri Lugacy is a defense technology expert who previously held high-level roles at Israel's Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and oversees global growth and execution strategy at OAS. Meir Kleiner, the founder and former CEO of Aerobotics, has played a major role in the development of heavy-lift autonomous drone systems. During the latest quarterly earnings call, Eric Brock highlighted record revenues, while Oshri Lugacy emphasized the sharp increase in global demand for autonomous systems. The broad network and deep expertise of this leadership team in investment, defense, and technology significantly boost investor confidence in Ondas. Ondas Holdings remains fully focused on high-growth momentum going forward. The company has already announced a revenue target of at least $110 million for 2026. This target is supported by an expanding order pipeline, newly secured major contracts, and the companies acquired in recent years. According to CEO Eric Brock, the integration of assets such as Apiro Motion, Centrix, and 4M Defense, alongside a strong balance sheet and new contracts, will drive significant revenue growth in the near term. Brock especially emphasized that global demand for autonomous systems and the protection of critical infrastructure will be the main drivers of Ondas expansion. The company is not limited to organic growth alone. Through its newly created investment arm, Ondas Capital, it plans to invest $150 million into startups and developing companies in the defense and autonomous technologies space. Thus, Ondas positions itself not only as a manufacturer but also as a venture capital player in this sector. The technological roadmap is also quite ambitious. Ondas Autonomous Systems is no longer limited to drones. The company is adding new product categories, such as ground robots, fiber optic communication systems, and anti-mine detection devices. In the rail sector, Ondas Networks will lead the digital transformation of railways with next-generation network solutions that facilitate the transition from 160 MHz to the 450 and 900 MHz bands. In short, the company's strategy is built on three main pillars: launching new product lines, expanding into international markets including Europe and Ukraine, and capturing a larger share of the U.S. defense budget. All these steps aim to make Ondas one of the fastest-growing players in critical infrastructure and defense. Before moving to analysts' opinions, I want to remind you that my goal for the channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will reveal and share every company in my portfolio that has earned me significant profits. If you're interested, feel free to subscribe so we can reach that goal together. Now we can continue. Most Wall Street analysts are positive about Ondas stock. The current consensus target range is between $9 and $11. According to TipRanks, 7 analysts rate Ondas as a strong buy, with an average average 12-month target of $10.71. On TradingView, the average target is $10.86, with the lowest estimate at $9 and the highest at $13. On MarketBeat, the target is shown as $9.20. So analysts are almost unanimously giving a buy recommendation and believe the stock has significant upside potential. Note that since the company is not yet in the profitability stage, these forecasts are mainly based on revenue growth rate, the expanding backlog and strategic positioning. The recent one-year performance of Ondas stock is one of the strongest arguments supporting analysts' bullish forecasts. As of early October 2025, ONDS has increased by nearly 1,000% over the past 12 months, and while Yahoo Finance charts show around 730%, after accounting for new stock issuances the total return approaches 1,000%. This sharp rise is driven by both speculative interest and the company's real operational achievements. It is important to note that since 2020 the company has carried out only one reverse split, a 1-for-3 split in November 2020. There have been no splits since then. Therefore, the current 700 to 1,000% increase is almost entirely due to fundamental business improvements, new major contracts, acquisitions, and growing investor confidence. Ondas raised significant capital in 2025, completing a $173 million stock and warrant sale in August and a $425 million issuance in October. These moves greatly increased liquidity, but the rising share count partially offset the price appreciation. Even so, each new financial report and strategic announcement further strengthened investor confidence. Compared to competitors like AeroVironment, Kratos Defense, Teledyne, FLIR Systems, and others, Ondas stands out in unique segments such as commercial and defense drones, as well as private wireless networks for rail and critical infrastructure. The strong growth trend in the broader drone and autonomous systems industry also enables Ondas to benefit maximally from this surge. Finally, before saying goodbye, I want to mention that if you want to receive up to $30 worth of free stock or cryptocurrency, you can register on the QuantFury platform using my invite code through the link pinned in the comments. And if you enjoy my videos, you can also buy me a cup of coffee through the other pinned link in the comments, which helps increase my motivation to continue making these videos.